Hello my lovely people, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. I really appreciate your support for always being part of my channel. I wish you Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. So guys, information reaching us right now allegedly is that Ooni of Ife's palace is in Dîsàrrày. As a matter of fact, they said the king have scattered everywhere with anger, over the fact that the wife have refused to do as he say. We do know that for some time now, there has been this issue in the palace over who goes and who stays. And the wives, as a matter of fact, they said they have teamed up. They now work as a team against the king and his decision. And the worst part of it is that they said they are now throwing dollars as if they are the ones that is producing dollars in the palace, especially to the elders. They now have two fractions of the elders. Some of them are for Queen Naomi, while some are against Queen Naomi. Those ones that are against Queen Naomi are the ones that are receiving money from the Olories, to work against Queen Naomi and make sure that they did not leave the palace, So, but right now the king have it's like he have stopped being mild with them, because with all of this, a lot of people have been saying that the king is always too soft when it has to do with these women. I know he is doing all that because he don't want people to laugh at him. He don't want a situation whereby they will say he threw their wife and his wives outside. But since they don't want to make him smile, at least for once, they don't want to obey his instruction. They said the king have threatened that if the wife fails to leave the palace on the stipulated date that he gave them, that he is going to pull down the doors of their suits. And that will be a very big embarrassment, not just to the wives, but also to the king himself, And some of you that will be saying, why would the king do this? Why would the king do this? I want to ask you a question. Have you forgotten that this is a king? And a king who have only but one son. According to what we are hearing, they said before he had this son, the elders, especially some of these elders who are with the wives, were the same people bothering him every now and then, telling him why he must do everything within his power to see that he have a son. They said they disturbed him, and they know how long it took them to have Prince Tadenikawo. Now that God have decided to bless Queen Naomi with a Prince Tadenikawo, they are now comfortable that Queen Naomi and Prince Tadenikawo have been outside for such a long time, and the wives are right in the palace comfortable that he's no longer going to allow that to happen. Since they don't want to make him happy, they don't want his son back in his life, that he is going to take drastic action against them. And the wives there, they are running helter-skelter right now. They are doing everything within their power to say that the king's decision did not stand. But if the king persists, definitely it is their own plan that will not work. As for the king's plan, it is going to stand, because from what we are hearing right now, it's like Queen Naomi too have made up her mind that she is returning to her husband's house, because we heard recently that she sent two of her personal staff maid back to the palace with her cars and some of her stuffs, and making such a move, it simply means that she is ready. At least that will tell the king that this time around that Queen Naomi is very much ready and mean business. And that is the more reason he is angry over the wives' refusal to leave the palace. Because this thing, some of them know how it works. Someone like this Ronke, Ashley, even Temitowo, they know how it works. They know that this king needs to have only one son, and the son needs to grow in front of the father. The father needs to train up the child in case of necessity, or in case by tomorrow if it falls on him that he will be the next king. Because a lot of people are saying that the father Ooni is a king doesn't mean that Prince Tadenikawo will also be king. But let's not forget that Prince Tadenikawo is also from a family of the ruling class. Yes, and if they look for other places tomorrow and they did not see a capable hand, it can return back to their ogunwusi's family. Because from what we heard, they said some time ago, the king, ogunwusi's family is supposed to be a king. They are supposed to be, as in a king supposed to emerge from the ogunwusi's family. But because there was no capable person to take up the post, they shifted it to another family because they have 5 ruling families in Ile-Ife kingdom, you know. So maybe that is what the elders are planning again. That and they do know that one of the criteria for the king to sit there for a long time and be comfortable is having a son who is also beside him to learn from his father, to, you know. So, but I don't know why some of the elders will be are doing this. I don't know why they are conniving with the women to deprive the king the joy of raising his son right in his palace. And that is why I told you, because I will keep saying it, that some of the elders that are working with the women are those ones that want to dethrone the king. They don't like the fact that Ooni is their king, yes, but it's like the Ooni too have already know that they are all his enemies. But you know, it's not all the fight that he is going to fight. But right now that they want to use his marriage to interfere, you know, to use his marriage to get to him, he needs to take serious action against the wives. Seriously, because if he doesn't do that, the elders will use the wives to get him. And this is something he needs to stop on time. Because they thought if they send Queen Naomi out, they will be able to get all they wanted, you know. Had it been that any of these other wives gave birth to a son, it would have been another thing. Anyway, let's not conclude anyway. But one thing I know is that Prince Tadenikawo needs to grow up in the palace. I don't see the reason why the only son of a king and the original wife will be outside the palace. Why the Ifa wives, concubine turned Olories, will be in the palace and stay comfortable, and the king will be comfortable with that. Right now, he is no longer comfortable with all of that. And that is why he is blowing hot every now and then on the women, you know. And I'm sure very soon they are going to leave, whether they like it or not. And Prince Tadenikawo and Queen Naomi will return back to their original position. So guys, I just saw this and I thought I should come and share with you. Don't forget that they are all alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. Please subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Give this video a thumbs up and share it. My God will bless you. Bye for now. Love you guys.